Here we are with another bad telly spot. Shoot me, daddy. What? Plat 3, Reaper, New Junk City. Well, sir, it says New Junk City, but it's not New Junk City. I honestly don't think I should have won this, and honestly, I got carried. I'd like to know what I need to work on. So it is a dub, chat. Just so we know, it is a dub, and it's on Hollywood, not New Junk City.
I have arrived.
4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Defend objective A. LOL.
Okay, so what did we learn, chat? Oh, I guess he's still alive. How the heck is this guy still alive? Alright. What did we learn, chat? Let's just keep an eye on like where we are. Alright. So listen here. The enemy team, the enemy spawn is right here, right? And because the enemy team is right here, and they're pushing in, we're playing here, which, if we're looking in terms of distance, this is not one distance of Wraith to get to our team, which means that if we do Wraith, as we saw, we're not going to be able to get to our team. We have to cut over and get over here, and so it's going to put us in jeopardy of getting picked early, which is why this is a bad position. Because we're playing up here, and the enemy team, you know, we decide to expose ourselves. We've been exposed by multiple people. I probably would have at some point made the route over this way, so that I probably could have teleported out, probably through here. But we stay in. Shouldn't have shot the Sombra. Yeah, I mean, eventually Sombra could have turned around, though, and then saw him, and then, you know, now the Sombra can invisibly communicate that he has a team, and now he's getting flushed out by the whole enemy team. So, there's that, too. Forced to fight, get hacked, using our wraith, and then, yeah, our team is way too far for us to be able to support, so because you're playing all the way up here, you can't get all the way back here with one wraith. So we get forced into here, and because we're forced into here, I'm surprised that we actually live getting into here. This queen should have just looked over and shot us once and we die. But we get through here, benefit of the doubt, and now we, you know, don't have anything. So we get forced out again because we can't get back to our team. So basically you're just fighting without your team here. Too aggressive.
I don't think they belong on the point.
Nice. Big. Okay. Well, that was good. And we're gonna probably go to another aggressive place. Now, this is a little bit better because you're in great distance to your team if you really do get flushed out. And it's an off angle, so you can apply pressure to the enemy tank pretty easily. So, a reason why I didn't like this teleport here is because it forces you to use Wraith pretty early. And if you use Wraith pretty early in the fight, the enemy team's going to be able to chase you because they know you don't have any other way of getting out, right? You just use both of your abilities to have some kind of hard engage that you didn't need to do. So, it's better for you to have a teleport, you know, on a nicer route that you can actually play a little slower, so that you actually can get a teleport out if you really need to when you get enough time and space for yourself. Because otherwise, yeah, you get run over like that. Death Blossom also only does probably like 580 damage, but he does like 580 damage over his 3 seconds of ulting per person that's around him. So yeah, I mean, just using it on the Brig there isn't really the best use of it. I guess it kept them off of you for a little bit, but you probably should have played a little bit safer for it, to be honest. Well, he used Wraith for running back to his team. The issue was he used Wraith almost immediately after teleporting into the enemy team. That's where the issue lies. There's a Widow, so you just get headshot there. I don't like this minor flick style either. You should not be flicking this much on Reaper. You should really just have it kind of placed on the enemy and then just like shooting. I don't like how many mini flicks we're doing. I think it's actually doing more harm than good. Like this. What? Yeah, I think we're aiming for way too many headshots. We should be aiming for center mash a lot of the time. You're gonna do more damage on center mash than you will headshots unless you're literally point blank on the enemy. This is a little silly, honestly. Okay. Yeah, chasing a Sombra when there could be someone else to target, unless the target Sombra's actually dueling you, I probably just wouldn't chase. She can be up on the high ground. You could have jumped down and dropped on the supports. You could have just done a lot more with it. But you got picked up because you were fighting someone. Just the Reaper tip in general, if you shoot before your ultimate, you're going to get one extra shot out so you can burst someone down quicker. There's literally no reason not to shoot someone before ulting, so just make sure you do that. You can also do this with Pharah. If I were you and I was Reaper, instead of just shooting the Reinhardt, I probably would have teleported here or something, just so I can get an off angle going. Push the enemy team a little bit back here, so my team can push in a little bit more. Because you can pressure the enemy that harder that way. Okay.
Lots more options from above. Be resurrected.
Alright, so I liked what we were doing with playing up here. As soon as you drop down here, it's bad, because you're going to use Wraith immediately, right? If you played up here and you were able to just push the enemy out, they're going to have to answer to you a couple ways, right? Because you're playing up here by yourself and you're just pressuring the enemy backline, right? So they have a couple things they can do. Ashe needs to either go up to this high ground, start shooting you, puts her in a bad position because she can get dove by the Genji here. The other option is, you know, the Ashe goes to this high ground and duels you up close. You get the advantage there because you get the fighter. The VAP has to duel you, which distracts him so your enemy team can apply more pressure, and then you might win that duel, so he's dead. Sim can teleport up here, in which case now, you know, she's distracted fighting you, so she's gonna have less pressure on the front line, so it's gonna be relying to people, but they're gonna overall be distracted because you're pressuring them from this high ground. You don't need to drop down here. Dropping down here is just going to cause you to use Wraith form, and all your pressure that you could have done is gonna go away. And now you're just going to Wraith out. Luckily, our Ana's actually kind of goaded and gets her kill right there. But it probably is going to get res. It doesn't get res, surprisingly. I guess she already used res. Flicking way too much so you don't actually get any good shots on the Sim. Do not fight a Bob that is going to... He's got 3 seconds anyways, right? So there's no need for you to be worried so much about the Bob there. Yeah, you're like getting yourself into these super aggressive positions, and then you have to wraith them away immediately. Instead, I would rather you play these more potential pressuring positions where you can still apply a good amount of damage, but you're not like instantly trying to feed. Because if you're playing a position like this, you're gonna have to have people answer to you. Otherwise, you will just, you know, shove your shotgun into someone and eventually. But you get the off angle, but then you get too aggressive with the off angle, so you just die. Like even here, low ground, so you're just going to die immediately, or wraith back to your team immediately, and you can't really get much pressure with that. Off angles are going to be places where you're going to be that the enemy team will need to either get to high ground to get to you, or they have to go a little more out of the way. Like if you're playing here, right? If you're playing somewhere here, it's pretty easy for the enemy team to push you out unless you decide that you're playing like here, in which case now it's a little riskier because you have a health pack here, you have a health pack over here, you can actually live in the enemy backline. But you're teleporting to like here, here, here. Like you're not playing, you're playing almost inside the enemy team, and that's making it so that they can push you out really easily. High ground's good here. Look, you push the BAP off. They have to already, just you being here. Let's just look at this back so that we can actually see what indirect presence does. But look at where they're positioned right now, and then look at what you playing on high ground does to them. And they're already backing up and playing back here just because you went up here as Reaper. And look, they're already worried, they're scared. The Orisa's able to push in without taking much damage. The enemy team can push in without taking much damage. Genji gets in on them and he pops his blade. There we go. That was good. Surely we win this. Surely we win this. Sure. Bad telly. Like I said before, you're teleporting into the enemy team, so you either have to use Wraith immediately or just get out. Instead, why are we not playing a little, you know, slower? Why are we not teleporting like here? Pressuring the enemy team out here. Able to come back, get some heals. Play a little over here. You're playing way too aggressive and you're using your Wraith too quickly, which causes you to either be out of the fight because you die otherwise, or you just die because you can't Wraith quick enough. This teleport spot's also a really bad teleport spot. I just would tell you refrain from using that teleport spot. The high ground here is good though. Like if you just played up here and you were able to push out this backline and then maybe even play back here for some, you know, chilling, and then you come back out, like this is a really good high ground spot, but down here you're barely doing anything. Oh. And again, aggressive angle, get pushed out because we teleport to an aggressive angle too early. You're teleporting into very vulnerable territory, where you should be teleporting into spots that are less vulnerable to the enemy, you know, shooting you. Or even pinning you and things like that. Don't teleport to the bad spot. That's a really bad spot to teleport. Don't do it. Why are we not, as Reaper, going this way? You know, to close quarters, away from all of the shooting that can happen to us out in the open. And then if you wanted to, now we can teleport up to this area to pressure the soldier out. Or you could just, you know, if he's not looking, take this up here, attack, teleport, I don't know, here, so that Reinhardt can't kill us. Attack. Maybe Ashe presses us out here. So it might be a little bit bad of an idea, but honestly, like, if we drop here on the Ashe after we get the soldier, shouldn't be too hard, you know? I mean, even that's better than what we were doing. But yeah, still out in the open, so we were able to be pressured by the soldier, versus, like, if you rotated this way, you could have just teleported from here over to here, so they wouldn't realize, walk over here, and then maybe he doesn't even realize because he never saw you go over there. The flicks kind of do you in because he wasn't really moving, was he? Here we are with another bad telly spot. Shoot me, daddy. What? Oh, yeah, shoot me some more. And the enemy team gets super scared and backs up for some reason. That's cool. We're just gonna get a big Death Blossom because they're all grouped up, probably. Oh, there we go. High ground is a better option. What am I gonna do down here that I can't do up here? You're gonna have a lot better options on where the enemy's gonna be. You can go back because you have natural cover. You can teleport in on this Ashe over here. You know, they have so many options that you can do, but playing in here, you're just fighting a Reaper. You're not doing a whole lot. You also don't really know where anyone is, so even if you teleport right there, you don't have any idea if you're going into a good spot, if you're going into a spot that you're just gonna die. You have Blossom, why are we not climbing up to here? Fighting here, and then they push out and we can Death Blossom. We could teleport up to this jail here, pressure them out on the back line, and then jump out and Blossom. There's so many places we can go from Blossom, but you're playing so frontline, you teleported straight into the enemy team, which I don't know why you needed to. You could have just walked up here, right? And then you could have just, like, shot people from here. And then, like, I don't know, just walked out and Blossom there. Oh, look. Flicking worked. Flicking worked, and it got us a kill. Could have wraith, though. Yeah, that's a D.Va with a full defense matrix. You're not going to do anything with a Death Blossom there, bud. Still can't. Yeah, that's a defense matrix, so you can't get any kills. We got that mega. Oh! Oh my god, how did we survive that? Probably wasted wraith at some point too. Wraith. Yeah, I mean, you're stuck holding this. Honestly, though, with the bomb, probably didn't need to actually hold where you were holding. You could have played here. Or backed up to here. But yeah, I mean, the general thing that I'm seeing is you're just being forced out of your wraith way too early in fights. And that's making you irrelevant in the fight.